Welcome back to the Deep Dive.
Great to be here.
Today we're embarking on, well, a really fascinating journey into the life of a writer known by this intriguing moniker, the soldier of the pen.
Munshi Premchand.
Exactly. Munshi Premchand, a huge figure in both Hindi and Urdu literature.
Absolutely monumental.
And our mission today really is to sift through the sources, get a handle on the life, the times, and, the impact of this giant. His real name, Dhanpat Rai Srivastava.
Born in Lamhi village near Varanasi, July 31st, 1880.
Right. And we want to understand not just what he wrote, but why it still hits home today. Why does it resonate so deeply?
Yeah, and what's really striking, I think, looking at the sources is how his own personal journey kind of mirrors the themes he explored.
How so?
Well, the sources detail this life, starting from, pretty humble beginnings. Poverty, losing his mother early on, then his education in Urdu and Persian, and later, these really significant shifts in his career. His life story is, honestly, it's as compelling as his fiction.
You mentioned those humble beginnings. Our sources really paint a vivid picture of that, don't they? A tough childhood.
Definitely. Born into a Kayasta family.
That community known for, scribal roles, administration.
Right. In Lamhi, near Varanasi. His father, Munshi Ajab Rai, was a clerk in the post office.
And that title, Munshi, is interesting. It's a respectful title, right? For clerks, teachers.
Learned individuals, yeah.
Yeah.
And he later took it on himself, which is quite telling.
But as you said, that early life was hard. Poverty, losing his mother. How did those early experiences start to, shape his perspective, especially leading him into learning Urdu and Persian?
It seems clear those hardships gave him this deep empathy, for the common person. That became such a hallmark of his writing later on.
Okay.
So after he passed his matriculation exam, this was around 1900, he actually took a government job, started as a teacher,
Right.
and then worked his way up, became a deputy inspector in the education department.
It was a pretty secure position, right? Respectable, especially for someone from his background back then.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Which makes what he did next even more, extraordinary.
Okay, so this is where it gets really, I think, fascinating for you, the listener. The sources tell us 1921, he gets deeply inspired by the non-cooperation movement.
Gandhi's movement, yeah. A huge moment in India.
A pivotal, non-violent campaign against British rule. And this wasn't just a passing interest for Premchand.
No, not at all.
He actually left that secure government job.
Think about that. The steady income?
Yeah.
The status?
Yeah.
Gone.
To fully dedicate himself to literature, just writing.
Yeah.
Wow. I mean, what does that radical choice tell us?
Right.
About his commitment, his belief in the power of, the written word.
It speaks volumes, doesn't it, about his conviction. It wasn't impulsive.
Right.
It showed this deep commitment to his craft, but also, I think, a really sharp understanding of the social, the political, the economic issues swirling around him.
He saw his pen as a better tool for change.
A more potent tool, exactly, than his government post. And what's also fascinating is his choice to write in both Hindi and Urdu.
Yeah, that's significant.
It wasn't just about being prolific, it was a statement. It let his stories reach across different communities in India, reflecting that kind of composite culture of the time. He wanted the broadest possible audience.
So what kind of issues was he tackling then? You mentioned this immense body of work, roughly 18 novels, over 300 stories.
Yeah, it's incredible.
What defined his literary mission? What themes did he keep coming back to?
Well, his stories were never just stories, They were always incisive social commentaries. He used fiction to really dissect the inequalities, the hypocrisies, the struggles of India in the early 20th century.
Can you give an example?
Sure. Take Godin,
Oh.
often called his masterpiece. It's just this poignant, heartbreaking look at how the rural poor were exploited. Landlords, moneylenders.
That whole crushing system.
Exactly. A powerful critique of that feudal structure that trapped people in poverty. And it's a theme that unfortunately still resonates when we talk about economic disparity today. Or think about a story like Aidga. It's beautiful. It portrays a child's selfless love and sacrifice, but against this backdrop of real poverty.
Highlighting those enduring human values despite the harshness.
Precisely. He really gave a voice to the marginalized, didn't he? Peasants, women, the downtrodden, and he challenged social norms head on.
Like what specifically?
Oh, things like caste discrimination, child marriage, the plight of widows and advocating for their remarriage, the impact of colonial rule on everyday life. He wasn't afraid to tackle the tough stuff.
So his writing was like a lens, really, dissecting these societal problems, making people think.
Make them reflect, yeah. It wasn't just entertainment. It was about shaping consciousness.
Ah.
Exactly. His aim was always to spread social awareness. Every word he wrote was, in a way, advocating for social reform and justice.
And he kept that up right until the end.
Unwavering commitment. Right until he passed away on October 8, 1936, after a long illness.
So let's kind of wrap this up. What does this all mean for us today? The legacy of Munshi Premchand, Kalem Kasipahi, the soldier of the pen, it's truly immense.
It really
You've
is.
seen how his incredible output, all those stories and novels in both Hindi and Urdu,
Over 300 stories, maybe 18 or so novels.
were all focused, laser focused, really, on these critical social, political, economic issues.
Mhm.
You know, works like Godan, Gaban, Kafan, Aidga. They just stand as these powerful examples of his mission.
Spreading social awareness through his writing. That was his driving force.
Right up until he passed.
And maybe, for you listening, here's something to chew on. A final thought.
Okay.
Think about this writer. Driven by this deep understanding of society's problems, this absolute commitment to his craft,
Yeah.
and he makes this radical decision. He leaves a secure government job, deputy inspector in the education department, remember?
Steady, respectable.
Totally. And he walks away from it all. Why? To dedicate himself completely to literature.
Believing in its power.
Exactly. So it kind of makes you wonder, doesn't it?
Yeah.
What can we learn from his example today about the power of the written word, not just to entertain us, but to make us critically examine our world, maybe even actively shape social consciousness?
It's a powerful question to leave us with.